Greetings. This is the voice of Daniel speaking to you. I come again with another teaching whose time has come. In this teaching, I will bring clarity to the concept of trust as it is misunderstood in this reality. Trust is an illusion and a trap because it creates vulnerabilities for all parties involved. When you blindly trust someone, whether it's a person of authority, a relative, or friend, you are relying on that person's words as a guarantee of reliability because of their authority over you, and not because you believe in them to be unconditionally trustworthy. When someone tells you to trust them, they are essentially telling you to give your personal power to them and to become vulnerable to their will over you and your life. As you put more and more of your trust into someone, you give away more and more of your power, privacy, and secrets to them due to a false sense of trust that the person has your best interest at heart. Your trust should never be based on a statement or promise from a person to just blindly trust them. It should be based on continuous validation of a person's intentions, words, actions, and the outcome in every moment and in every situation. There is the allegorical story of the teacher known to you as Jesus that is written in your Bible, of him being betrayed by one of his closest disciples, known to us as Judas. Judas was only able to betray Jesus because he had access to his inner circle of friends and was blindly trusted with secrets and knowledge about Jesus that was used to eventually betray him. There is a major lesson in this story that many have not yet realized about blind trust and betrayal. When you blindly trust a person, even close relatives and friends, it gives you a false sense of security and reliability on a person, which can be both beneficial and dangerous if one is unaware that trust is always conditional on what's in it for each person. And until a situation arises that causes trust to turn into jealousy or envy, then your blind trust in another will lead to betrayal of the most sinister kind. Trust should not be considered to be a one-time act of kindness or favor from another person that causes you to relax all doubt and caution, not even from family members who you have known your whole life. To do this is naive and could have severe negative consequences for you and your life. Doubt and trust are not opposites of each other, but are complements. In other words, they are two sides of the same coin, similar to goodness and evil. As an outplay of duality consciousness, doubt should precede trust in every situation, with every person, and with every action by others towards you. Trust cannot be earned because trust should be a continuous process of caution and validation of a person's intentions and actions towards you and towards themselves, because past actions of kindness from a person you trust is not a guarantee of or predictive of future actions and outcomes. This is the trap of blind trust. Think on this for a moment. One should never assume to know a person's intention towards you, because a person's intention is a mental state that changes in every moment. And one should never assume that everyone you know is truly happy for your success, or want you to do better than them. There is a saying that only those who know you well can harm you the worst, because they know your vulnerabilities, secrets, and aspirations. For many, this may be family members, childhood friends, or other acquaintances that you shared information with without regard to their motives and intentions towards themselves and towards you. Have you ever noticed that everyone who have hurt or betrayed you the worst have all been people you trusted to some degree, and with whom you have shared secrets, fears, and aspirations, and left yourself vulnerable to betrayal when you least expect it? Think on this for a moment. Family members, lovers, best friends, and old acquaintances are the ones you should never trust blindly under any circumstances. Love does not equate to trust, nor does having blood relations. I am aware that as children, many of us are told to honor thy parents and the elderly, but this should never be mistaken to mean to trust them blindly as you grow into becoming an adult. This is one of the most important spiritual lessons that everyone needs to become aware of, and for those who are sufficiently aware, to begin to utilize in their interactions going forward. Trust should never be blindly given or expected from anyone. Never share information that makes you vulnerable in any way, because that creates opportunities for betrayal in the future by your personal Judas. Each of us have a personal Judas, or a few in our lives, because they work as our opposites to teach us lessons about betrayal and blind trust as part of our spiritual and mental evolution. According to the dictionary, trust is defined as to have a belief in someone or something, a definition with which I respectfully disagree, because trust has nothing to do with belief. A belief is a personal relationship with an entity, person, or thing that does not require any external proof or validation as a condition of having the belief. For example, one does not need proof of God to believe or have a relationship with God. Therefore, trust that is a result of having a strong belief is a personal act that is without vulnerability. Blind trust, however, is a conditional relationship that requires validation of intention and action by the person seeking the trust of another person. They must constantly prove themselves to be trustworthy, which has nothing to do with belief. You do not need to believe in a person that you give your trust to, nor do they need to believe in you to have your trust, especially if their intent for having your trust is not for your highest good. There is more to this teaching, but that will come forward when the moment arrives to do so. I leave you now with the grace of the infinite Creator who is my judge. Please be loving and kind to each other. Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for future teachings, and to support the work we are doing for the upliftment of the collective consciousness. I honor you.